Hey, Joe. So it's Wednesday again. It's cocktails again. And, hey, Ned. So I was going to wait for my people to come on. They decided that we were going to talk about teachers and guns. I feel naked without my earrings. I might have some right here. They said we were going to talk about teachers and guns today, so we'll see. Hey, Penny, did you are you ready? I'm trying to find some earrings really quick to put on. Let's see. Why can I only find one of each? I ain't never got two things that match. Cereal, no milk, ham, no burger. Okay, so this don't even match what I had on. I tried to put on green because it was St. Patrick's Day sometime and I missed it. Not like I celebrated, but I don't have anything green. So as far as like earrings or whatever, so I'm just gonna put these on, my 25th circle earrings. And today I am drinking, hey Jay, today I am sipping on the rest of my very special Hennessy. And yeah, so today is cocktails and chit chat, which I started doing every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. And we just get on and we share a cocktail with one another, and then we have discussions about different things. And so last week's discussion we started talking about teachers having guns for whatever reason. Hey Phyllis. And so I was trying to give the people who see, this is the thing. The people who voted to talk about this, I want them to be on. Hey J Lo. Hey Phyllis, I want them to be on because they wanted to talk about it. So I wanted to know what you think about it. Now, if they don't come on and y'all want to talk about something else, that's what we can do. So let me see if I can find see if I can find myself on my computer so that I can read my comments, because you know I can't see. Hey Quita. So there I am. So I'm just gonna give them like a couple more minutes, and then maybe I might just give them 23 seconds. How about that? And then and then we can start the conversation. Excuse me. So hey Pins. So hey Shonda. So is that what we're gonna discuss tonight? The teachers with guns things. Why we got a teacher where, well, technically, Joe's a school nurse, but still, she probably has some input on it because she's at the school with the children, but she's at the school with like small children. So I personally don't think that teachers need guns anywhere at school. I don't think that they should be. I don't think they should be responsible for that. I just don't think they should. And that's not their job. I mean, they're supposed to be there to teach, and Joe's there to make sure that everybody is safe. And so, hey Evie. So Ina's another one that works at the school, so she can chime in on what she thinks about teachers having guns. Ina. Because Ina, you were in the military. Do you have a license, a concealed weapon license, or whatever it is? I don't know if this is. It seems like the people who wanted to discuss this are actually not on here yet. See, if they have them, they need to be trained, and the gun, and they need to be trained, and the gun needs to be out of reach of children. Of course, it should be out of the reach of the children. Of course. So, but is it really the teacher's responsibility to have a gun? Like somebody was mentioning last week that a gun went off, and I think it injured a student. It was like 2 incidents. I think that was Leisha that said that last week, that a gun went off and that it injured a student. Exactly. Let me move this over some. Yeah, that's what I was just saying. Like that makes no sense. If I were a teacher, I would not want to. I wouldn't want to be responsible. I just wouldn't want to have that added responsibility of. I'm here to teach your children, so yeah, no guns. Period. Yeah. Your kids were homeschooled. See, Penny, your kids were homeschooled, and you and Marcus had a gun. So if something went down while you was at your house, I know Marcus can handle it. But like public schools, I just don't think that that's. I don't think that that's safe at all. Really, I just don't. No, I'm like Quita. No gun. Period. They should not have guns in school, and I really don't know how to keep the guns out of the kids' hands, because these kids, I don't know. I think that the last incident, which of course I think there's been another shooting since then, but the last incident where he killed the 17 people, or however many it was, I can't even think his name now. It's been so many kids that's been killed. Like, this is what's really strange to me. Hey Calandra, hey Nanny, you have a police officer at the school? Well, in Center they have police officers, I think. I'm pretty sure in Houston, I don't know because I don't have kids here, but I'm pretty sure in Houston they have some type of security or something at the school. They had security there, and then they were getting on to one of the guys because he didn't go in and like stop him from killing everybody. And I really don't know. Like, what do you do? It would be like if you were a teacher and they gave you a gun and something did happen. How do you know that teacher wouldn't freeze up or end up hurting somebody else accidentally? Yeah, right, clearly that don't make sense. That don't make sense at all. It should be, number one, the kids should not be able to even get guns, which I don't know in this day and age. And then two, how do you just walk into a school with a gun? Like, do they with having if they had hey Priscilla, if they had what do you call those things? They like you know what I'm talking about, the things that metal detectors. Like, if they had metal detectors or something, would that help? Yeah. Okay. So, for instance, Penny, when my mom, I don't know if they still do this, but at some point they do have the incidences where they lock the schools down. And I remember when my mom was a nurse at it wasn't junior high, it was a middle school. When she was a nurse at the middle school, they made it to where the campus was actually closed. And Miss Renee, hey Miss Renee, she's at that campus too. But at some point, and I can't remember what happened, but at some point they made it to where the campus was closed, and so the section of the hallway where my mama's office was, there was a door, and I used to could just walk through that door and then just go on to her office. Well, when they made it a closed campus, then I would have to actually go around to the front of the school, get a hall pass and all of that, show my ID and all of that, and then I would be able to go around, walk all the way around to her office. And sometimes, like when school was out or whatever, sometimes she would just come to the door and she would let me in. But most of the time, after they closed that campus, it was pretty much a done dollar. Like, you had to go around, you had to show your ID. If I made no mistake, Miss Renee, did you have to leave your ID at the desk? I don't know if you had to leave your ID at the desk. It seems like I had to leave my driver's license at that desk until I came back, and then I can get out. But there was something. It seemed like there was something on that door to where, yeah, most of the school shootings are the students. Have there been any school shootings where the teachers doing the shooting? I'm just saying. I don't know. I'm just saying. Have there been actually some teachers that finally just could not take it no more? Oh, don't worry about it, Theo. You good. Have it been some yeah. You would think that the teachers would be the one doing the shooting, right? Like, they just go crazy. But all of a sudden, yeah, it's like, here's another thing that I don't like. Yeah, I'm sure that there's some students, that there's some teachers that want to just like, because that's one thing I couldn't do. I definitely don't have the patience to be a teacher. I definitely don't. But that made me lose my train of thought on what I was gonna say. But yeah, and I guess Miss Renee, I guess she logged off. But I think, and see, I don't know, because I don't have anybody in school right now. But I think that they just made all the campuses closed campuses. Oh, okay. Not that they scan your driver's license to make sure. Oh, they do that now to make sure you can go on campus? Oh, okay. Seems like I remember having to at least show her my ID, or having to leave it with her. Now, if they can scan your ID, then I think that's a good thing. But that front door is like, I think it was open. I don't think, not open, but I think you could open it. The door that I'm talking about, that I used to go through to get to the nurse's office, it was locked during the day. And I cannot for the life of me remember what happened over there to where they decided to do that. But I didn't think it was a bad idea, them doing it, because it really was, that campus really was an open campus. Was I in junior high over there? No, that was high school. Yeah, that was high school at the time when I was over there. Of course, all of that stuff, what wasn't talked about there. Of course, all that stuff wasn't going on. Oh, this is what I was gonna say. That boy, this is, I think I touched on this a little bit last week. You push a buzzer to get in, the doors are locked. Right. This is what I talked about. Like, what I watch a lot of that ID TV and all the forensic files and stuff like that. All kind of crime stuff. And if you watch those and you see the pictures of the suspects and the people who done it. Oh, they got a new show called Evil Lives Here or something. Evil Lived Here. And you can see the actual, like, the evil in their eyes. I think that's what I talked about a little bit last week. The teacher shoot. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's true. You can actually see, like, something really far away gone with these people. Right? Like, really far away gone. So I think with that, yeah, and it's scary. Even though you looking at it on TV, it's like, and I hate, like, not to be judgmental and stuff like that, but it's evident. Like, when you see that look, you're like, that's just pure evil right there. That was just evil. There's something going on inside of that person's head at that very moment, and I don't know. This is also what I think too, because some of those pictures, yeah, like, what do they? It's like that their soul is absent. Like, it's just absent. When they scan your ID and you're approved, it will print out a sticker with your name on it. And the door I'm talking about was already being locked when I started. They haven't recently put up gates to lock after the buses run. Only employees can come in and go through. Oh, okay, yeah. I remember Mama having a key too. But that door wasn't, it probably was locked when you got there. But I remember I used to just walk through the door. I remember just walking through the door and going to her office at some point. Well, that's a long time ago. Yeah, they have checked out. And then some of them, you can look at some of the pictures when they show the pictures of them, like when they were younger. You see all the life, they have, like, life in them. They don't have that far away look or that stare or any of that. They just, I don't know. It is mental. It is definitely mental. But I do think that the teachers and the students need to be protected. I just don't think that the teachers need to have guns. Yeah, and that last one, like, I think he has so much going on with him, and that's not to excuse anything that he did, but it would seem that somebody would say, hey, something ain't wrong with little Tommy over here. He, just might set it off. Are we not paying as much attention, or are we saying that, okay, that's not our business? Could that be it? Could it be like the domestic violence thing? Like, you see a lady getting beat down in the street or whatever, and you just kind of like ignore it, close your door, mind your business, that ain't your business. And, like, since it doesn't affect you, you don't say anything, or I don't know. They don't want to see it, or they don't want to get involved. Yeah, that's probably true too. And I'm thinking, and I really can't say, because you never know. You never know. But I'm thinking, if there's a child living with me that, I think something ain't right with him, do I, like, hey, I'm gonna try to get, look, I need to try to get you some help. I need to try to figure out, what's wrong with you. Right? So I'm gonna be honest with you. That was one of the reasons why I sent my youngest son to stay with his dad. Not that I saw, hey Darlena, hey Sheena, hey Gigi. One of the reasons that I sent him to live with his dad. Not because I thought that he was about to go crazy and do anything, but he was getting into a lot of trouble at school. And I believe he was being bullied. And he was just doing a lot of acting out. And so in my mind, I was sending him to his dad's because I felt like, he was at that point because he's in the middle school now. I felt like, okay, he needs his daddy. And then it seems like, let me tell you something about boys. The boys are just so sweet. They was like the sweetest little boys ever in the whole entire world. You couldn't ask for better. They were mannerable. They were so sweet. There's anything you ask them to do, they'll do it. And then all of a sudden, they hit junior high, and my mama said they think they grown because they can piss a hole in the dirt. And seems like when they hit junior high, everything just went crazy. And I was like, whose kids are these? Like, I don't know whose kids these are. And yeah, nobody talks anymore. And so the thing that happened is the oldest one, when he went through that, he leveled off. Yeah, that puberty kicking in. And let me tell you something. If you are a single mother trying to raise some sons, when that puberty hit, and you don't know nothing about nothing about the transition from boyhood to manhood. Absolutely nothing. And it about drove me nuts. I ain't gonna even lie. And so where the oldest one, he kind of just leveled off and he got his head on straight, and then he was good. But then I could see where that wasn't happening over here. So that's when I was like, okay, let me call your daddy and see if we can make some arrangements so I can try to keep you out of the system. That's really what I was trying to do. So I'm basically thinking, if you see girls are crazy too, well, I don't know. Seem like girls are a little bit kind of a different kind of crazy, Darlena. And think about it, seems like they're all boys. How are girls not doing it? Hormones are. You know what? That's a good question, Penny. Like, why come it? You would think. Now, see, if it was girls doing it, we'd be in trouble. We'd be in real big trouble if girls was doing it. God, please keep the girls. Please keep them under control. They do other stuff. Like, when they get older, they do other stuff. Like, bust windows out your car and stuff like that. They ain't trying to go do no mass murder or nothing like that. Olga? Do I know what who mean? Do I know who Olga is? I don't know who Olga is. What? Do I know what they mean? Oh. Penny. I do know that we'll be in trouble. So I don't know why it's just boys that do that. I don't know if it's. Now, girls do stuff. They'll make you forget they're yours and fight them like they bees. Yeah, girls just mean. Girls, it seems like it's like, I don't know, is it a power struggle when they fight or cry? Now, it have been some girls in the past, like when that Slender Man stuff was going on and they stabbed their little friends or whatever. It's been a few of them, but I don't know of any that did like mass shootings or nothing like that. But they will kill their friends, 1-on-1. But I think when girls hit puberty, it's just something about being in the house with, it's like females in the house together, and like, I don't know, I can't explain it, cause like I love my mama, but can't live with her. Can't live with her. It just couldn't. Like, it'd be going good for a little while. The times that I've had to move back home, I was like, go home and stay with my mom. And everybody know me and my mom was close. But yeah. After it kind of wore off a little bit, it was like, okay, it's time for me to get out again. Let me see if I can go do this right. Girls have to remember the chick that put her bodily fluids on her roommate. Ew. That's gross. What was that? Where was that? In college or something? Somebody did that in college? That's gross. When you say her bodily fluid, what you mean? Did she pee on somebody? Stuff or what? See, that's the thing about girls. Girls are very vindictive. Like, why waste time? Why spend money going to buy a gun, waiting all of them days to get cleared, when you can just do some devious shit, like bleach clothes, pee on clothes, take a poop on somebody's clothes, put sugar in gas tank, that kind of stuff. I ain't never done none of that stuff. No, I ain't never done none of that stuff, but I'm saying, that's the kind of, like, girls don't have, we ain't got the time to sit and try to, no. She only got probation. They be letting them get away with stuff. But see, we don't have time to do all of that, waiting around, filling out applications and all that stuff, because we already know. 9 times out of 10, we already know what we're going to do. Because if he or she do this, I already know I'm going to do that. I already know that's going to be done. I already know how to get you back. And it's just like that. Because how many of y'all are going to go to, how many of y'all got a gun already? It's probably some of y'all that have a gun already that just really think that the person that you get into it with or whatever ain't even worth one of the bullets you got. Like, I ain't even finna waste my bullets. I ain't even about to do it. Me personally, I don't like guns. I don't want to touch them. I don't want to have nothing to do with them. I don't know how to shoot one. None of that. I'm kind of scared of them. And I think I'm scared for good reason, because I'm real quiet, real laid back, whatever. But you know how the quiet, laid back ones, you know how they might get crazy. I don't want that to happen, and I get crazy and I shoot myself in my pinky toe. Like, that ain't gonna be cute at all. And I got so many cute sandals. I don't think even, she was white and she had a black roommate and she wanted her out the room. You know what? The black girl probably would have got some time if she'd have beat her ass. Because some kind of way she needed her ass beat. Or some kind of way, like, you think about it. If you really think about it, there is no way in the world that girl probably could even be that nasty. You know what I mean? Well, I don't know. I'm thinking about when I was brought up, because your mama didn't play that, you know, that filthy stuff, that nasty stuff. Yeah, it ain't cool to waste no bullet on no bullshit. Sorry. Yeah, it ain't cool to waste no. Nah, we not gonna waste no bullets. Not when we can. How can I make? Yeah, not when we can think of so many other things that could just really hurt your feelings. Just really hurt your feelings. So I think. So like I was saying, I don't know. I know that teachers and students need to be protected. I just don't know how we can go about protecting them. I don't know about this mental thing. I think we all have the capacity to just to go off. You know what I mean? I think we all have. I think everybody got it in them. Everybody got some evil in them. Y'all think so? Everybody got a little. Now, I ain't talking about just no mean streak. I'm thinking everybody has some evil in them. What y'all think? I'll wait. So, now nobody had no evil in them but me. Alright. Okay, I'll take that. I'll take that. But even though y'all won't admit it, everybody watching has some evil in them. We may or may not ever get to see it. But it's there. And I know it's there. I know it is. Well, did anybody else, yeah, you agree, Thea, on the personal note, you agree? Thea, you drinking tonight? I'm finishing up this Hennessy. See, finished. I think, hey Keish, we were talking about teachers having guns, and I think we pretty much decided that teachers should not be responsible to educate and protect your children. I mean, keep them protected to some extent, but not to have to carry a gun. Like, no, we don't want to put that on them. But yeah, I think that we all have something evil. I'm telling y'all, when I watch, you finishing up your paw? Oh, okay. So I'm gonna make a real cocktail next week, I believe. So I'm thinking whenever, like when I said that everybody have, Darlena says, my personal feelings, teachers should be able to have them, not carry them on their person. And you carry yours. You need yours at church. You need your gun at church. All kinds of devils up in church. Well, yeah, okay. So if they have the guns, okay, they should be able to have them, but not carry them on them. So what good will it do me as a teacher to have my gun, but it's in the car when a fool come running up in my classroom trying to kill us? What good does that do? I'm just saying. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. But like I said, personally, I wouldn't have a gun anyway, because I don't know. It's just like, what if they freeze up? They asked the question um on Facebook, and these were some of my friends, right? So we went to the same high school, and they asked the question if there was any one teacher that when you were going to school, if there was a teacher that should not have a gun, that should definitely not have a gun. And pretty much everybody that had this one particular teacher said that it was him. Like, he should know. Like, back in the day, if they was giving teachers guns, he couldn't have one. And everybody agreed that that particular teacher should not have a gun. Should not. And I agree. And it's not. See, let's see. Quita would know. If Miss Renee's on here, she may know. Joe might have left. Thea. Hey Beverly. Oh, they can have them in the classroom. So they can have them in the classroom, but then they have to be locked up, so that the students wouldn't get hold to them. Is pretty much, that's what you mean. Oh, okay, Darlene. So you mean like they couldn't just be packing it on their sides, of course. Hey, Beb. Yeah, they couldn't just be packing it on their sides. Now, Quita, you might have a point. If we teach them how to deal with shit. Well, I don't know what these kids dealing with that make them want to shoot up a classroom full of teachers. It's just like the people going postal. Like, if you lose your job at the post office, I'm just saying the post office or Walmart or wherever, and why are you gonna go to Walmart if you work in the electronics and you lose your job? Why you want to go back to the electronics and shoot up everybody that work in electronics, the meat market, I don't understand people's reasons for doing that. Like, just going in there and just going on a shooting rampage. And then I don't think in that case that is really mental, because you really planned that out. You plan to go in there and you plan to kill people. That's what you plan to do. So I don't know if, like, teaching, I don't know. Teaching, you have to do more than teach. Well, I guess you can start with the kids, teaching them how to deal with stuff. But some of the adults going to need to know how to deal with some stuff too. Don't we? Especially like mental stuff, because especially the black community and the mental disorders. You can try to ignore it if you want to, and but it's there. I'm telling you, it's there. Hey, Dav. So I don't know what the answers. I don't know what the answers are. But yeah, But then we living in a like with the some of these kids just feel like they entitled to shit. Like, they just entitled. And you can tell the age too, because how's Kia? 27. Like, they just feel like they entitled for some reason. See, because they don't know how to deal with shit. When you've been through shit, you know how to deal with it. Like black people in the recession. Yeah. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about the recession. Now, see, now we're going off of something else. Now the first recession, I wish that my friend Tracy was on here, because her it was either her grandmother or her great grandmother won. And they was telling them the story about back in the 20s, the Great Depression, back in the 20s. And they were saying that, well, of course, back then when we had our own land and our own farms and gardens and all that kind of stuff, right? And she was saying that they didn't even realize, like, people are actually dying out on the street, these people, white people, and they didn't even realize that there was a depression or a shortage of anything until some white people came and asking them for help. They had no idea what was even going on. They have no idea because for so many years we have been given so little till we know how to. Don't we know how to stretch some stuff? And really and truly, it's not. I don't think it's just us. It might be mostly us. But I don't think it's just us. But really and truly, you know how to stretch some stuff. We stretch stuff today. We know how to make it work. We know how to figure it out. And they don't. And you're right. And I think too, maybe because, like, say for instance, okay, I'll put it to you like this. When I was coming up, I ain't know we was poor. I ain't know we was happy. I thought we was having a good life. You know what I'm saying? And this was even before we moved to Texas. I thought, we was having a good life. We were happy kids. We had fun. We got to go places sometimes. We wasn't missing no meals or nothing like that. And I don't know. I don't guess it was till later on that I realized, like, we really didn't have a whole lot. But however it was that she did it, Mama made it happen. And so that's how we do. And I think that I think it just carries on. That's what I think it is. Not like you trying to hide it, like you try to keep from your kids, make it last forever. Like you try to keep from your kids. You don't want your kids to know that you struggling to do stuff for them, right? So at the time, you didn't realize that, it was a struggle for Mama to do whatever it was that she was doing, or a struggle for Daddy to do whatever it was he was doing. You didn't realize that. And I'm going to tell you something else too that I found out after we moved to Texas was when we moved to Texas, then it wasn't just you had your mama. I had my mama, and I had my stepdad over here. But when you moved to Texas, then you got like a whole community of people, right? Because now you got your grandma, your great grandma, your auntie, you got cousins, you got Uncle Billy Bob over here. He like a real distant relative, but whenever something goes on, they all pitching in to help. You know what I mean? And so you don't really realize that you ain't got shit until you looking back, until you get grown and you having to pay bills yourself, and you was like, how in the heck did my mama do this with 4 kids and I'm having to struggle with these 2 miles? How did that happen? But Queen, I think you're right. Yes. Exactly right. You're exactly right. Because I know that's what happened. I know that's what happened with me. Because I always said, now there were certain things that you just couldn't have, like the designer, whatever, when you growing up. But and we always said, well, when I have kids, then I want my kids to have more than what I had. And they had way more than what I had, because I didn't have, for a long time, I didn't even have my own room. Okay, I got 3 brothers. Right? So for a long time, I didn't have my own room. It was one TV. I had to mostly watch what they wanted to watch. You know why? Because we voted. Now, if it's Saturday morning and wrestling is on, and I want to watch Style by Elsa Clinch, and we vote, what you think I'm going to end up watching? Wrestling. That's why I watch football today. So, and then there was one phone. And when you had to go in that one room where that phone was and use that phone. So, yeah, my kids had everything probably y'all kids came up with too. Because they had their own TVs. They had separate gaming stuff, and they own radios, and they own cell phones, and they own computers, and yeah, all of that kind of stuff. But you say you missed that one, but it's not too late. So yeah, and they don't even realize how good that they had it. Case in point, let one of them mess up. I remember one year I didn't do Christmas. I ain't celebrated Christmas in a long time, but the last time that I remember celebrating Christmas, I think them grades went all the way together. So I'm like, you know what? I ain't doing Christmas. I ain't buying y'all shit. Y'all not getting nothing. And that's just the end of that. And so they left and they went down to their grandmother's, and they came back, and it was like, forget what you said. They had all this stuff. So I don't know. Like, you don't want to, I don't know how you make them appreciate the things that they have. Get them to appreciate the things that they have. And then try to figure out how to help them deal with certain situations in life without getting mad and going and shooting up people, or without So anyway, if they decide, I don't know, I don't really agree. I know this don't have really nothing to do. Oh yeah, if you don't, life will. And that's the thing. A lot of the let me close this window real quick. A lot of what we learn we just had to learn. Life taught us. But I just really don't know how that's gonna go. I'm just gonna say that. I don't know if they decide to give the teachers guns or let them carry guns. I think it'd probably be their choice whether or not they wanted to. I guess maybe they could just beef up the security, do the metal detectors, do the thing that Miss Renee was talking about with the driver's license. Pretty much once they step foot in that building and they're in there, you just got to make sure that you got to keep everybody safe in school. Yep. Yeah, damn. You don't never listen to your parents. You don't never listen. If we did, man, so many things would be so much different. I'm telling you. Okay, Darlena, that's cool. Darlena, I sent you a DM this morning because I wanted to talk to you about the bankrupt spirit. I did finish it, and we'll figure out what let's see. Dang, it's already been an hour. We'll figure out what we'll chat about next week. Okay? Cause what is that gun free? What is that gun free zone doing? Gun free and zone free. Listen. They had, I'm guessing you can call it a drug bust. I don't know. And they confiscated a lot of guns. And these guys just go and just shoot just in the air. They're just stupid and ignorant. But they just go and they just shoot in the air. It's a park right there. And I think it's so irresponsible and stupid. And I'm pretty sure, because there's schools around, so I'm pretty sure that it's probably drug free and gun free. And okay, Darlene, that's cool. I'm pretty sure but I don't know. I really don't know how that's gonna go, to tell you the truth. But it's been an interesting conversation about it anyway. If they take down the gun free zones. But anyway, yeah, I was thinking about that. Like, they got all these parks around here. Like, it's a park just right there. And then they may decide that they just want to shoot a gun, like, for no reason at all, and they'll just walk to that empty lot and just shoot in the air. And I'm like, where in the hell do they think the bullet's going? Like, they actually think God up there catching them or something. It's just stupid to me. It's stupid. And there's so many kids like around. It's a neighborhood full of kids all the time, just running around. Even if they're not in the park, they just running around or riding their bicycles or walking or playing or whatever. And that's the type of stupid shit they do. It's crazy. Really crazy. Which is why I go and see my grandson. Like, I went with my grandson nowhere near here. And on that note, I cannot wait to move. And I'm hoping it's going to be soon. So anyway, so what do you guys think we should discuss next week? Somebody mentioned doing a rant. I'm going to have look at my shades. See how cool these are? This has nothing to do with nothing. I just wanted to show them. They don't really jive with my earrings. Let's take them off. Alright, so leave in the comment section. I'm not going to leave the video up long, but leave it in the comment section what y'all want to talk about next week, or send me a DM and we'll chit chat it up. And all right. Love you too, Quita. We'll chit chat it up, and thank you for joining me today. And until next week, peace and toodles. Bye.